kind of expect that when Raila Amolo Odinga is on the losing end, he has to act. There's some sort of revolt that has to come from his side. Same question to you now. Is this a case of Raila Amolo Odinga? I have to participate, or it's a genuine case of governance?
You see, my friend, we lost anything called a common position for Kenya, because what is red in Rift Valley is blue in Mombasa. What is white in Central is very much dark or black in Nyanza.
Yes.
So we don't have a common position as a country that this is it. But I think I know one thing that has been common, especially from the time I started following the Kenyan politics closely and supporting Raila Odinga. Those who stand on the mountain sees valleys around them because they're on the top. Those who stand in the valley see mountains surrounding them because they're deep inside. So where Rigathi stands, he knows this guy. He doesn't accept elections results. He doesn't do this, he doesn't do that and all that. But perhaps where Raila stands, he sees something different.
Yes.
That all these elections have got some common denominators. Going back to 97, which perhaps is the first election they say walikata. I don't think Raila refused that election the way Kibaki did and others. The result of that election.
Yes.
Some of you might have been younger, others were there, but history is there. It is those days when you couldn't know who actually won which election, from right the councillor to the top at the president.
Yes.
But then we give it that one passed. We came to this other election he contested in. He didn't contest in 2002. He contested in 2007. The same guy who sat at the helm of that election told the commission before the eye of every Kenyan and the world that I don't know who won, but at least he still had a winner. So, sitting in that position, why would you accuse Raila that he does not accept election results? An election whose chairman said, I don't know who won. I mean, why do you think Kenyans are foolish? You still want to put that to Raila and say, this guy does not accept election. So from where Rigathi sits, we know you. But from where we sit, we also know them. They still elections. Yes. So it is just not that position the correct or this position the correct.
Yes.
We both have positions. Mm-hmm. Because leave the 2007 election alone. Go to 2013 elections. 2013 elections was not even interrogated because Raila and his team happens to file their evidence outside the time. And so Mutunga and team concluded, and so this whole election did not even go into the trials, which could tell whether there were malpractice in that election or not. But when finally Raila went to court with evidence in 2017, that election was nullified. But persons who stand on Rigathi's and Ruto's side, we know you. You don't accept election. Those are three elections which have a common denominator that something usually happens in our elections.
Yes.
We come to 2022. Right now, what everybody wants to forget is that there was a letter in the Supreme Court, and I still think it is in the file today, by Smartmatica, a company who was hired by IEBC to manage our servers for elections. What was the letter saying? Because of our intellectual property rights, we cannot do what? We cannot open the servers. And so they gave the court access only. If you have a friend who is IT guru, go and ask them what that means. Access only, what it means. It is hogwash. Anybody who knows IT to a certain level will tell you.
Yes.
But because I know for sure that William Ruto is not an IT guru, he does not know that. And Rigathi as well does not know that. So for them, they will keep preaching this gospel of server was open. Everything was nothing like server was open. So this is where we come from. So where I see it, I see a certain thing in every election. But where somebody else said, he see Raila in every election refusing. That is it.
Just to the second point as well,
yeah,
on the cost of living, because it's already stood out as well. Meshack,
let me come to the cost of living.
Yeah.
No Raila's son, daughter, or grandchild is going without food.
Yes.
It is the same hustlers who their chief promised that when I carry the Bible and put it down, the cost shall be down. Mm-hmm. But now I have people on the bench all over every other media house telling us, this government is 6 months. Let me ask you, 6 months is not enough to do anything, but 6 months is enough to exhaust a whole state house budget, and they have taken, instead of 8.4 billion, they have taken already from the treasury as at now 9.5 billion in the same 6 months, and they have revised that budget to 15.3 billion in the same 6 months, and the Public Service Commission had announced or advertised 23 positions. They have picked 50 in the same 6 months, but for a hustler who their chief was given presidency, 6 months is nothing. We can't do anything in 6 months. Give this government a chance. Oh my God. This is, we are not fools. Thank you.